Welcome to Basic Merit Badge Counselor Training. This video is intended to provide a new Merit Badge Counselor with the basic knowledge and skills needed to get started. It can also serve as a refresher for veteran Merit Badge Counselors. The training covers an overview of the registration and approval process, the requirements for youth protection training, and discusses helpful methods and resources available to you. You will learn about the process of counseling, your unique role in the process, and related BSA national policies and procedures for merit badges. A little background about Scouting. The mission of the Boy Scouts of America is to prepare young people to make ethical and moral choices over their lifetime by instilling in them the values of the Scout Oath and Law. There are three aims of the Scouting program: character development, citizenship training, and mental and physical fitness. Every activity should support one or more of these aims. The Scouts employ 8 methods to try to achieve these aims. The Merit Badge program primarily relates to the advancement method, but it has the potential to make use of the other 7 as well. The Association with Adults method takes place through unit leader discussion, working with Merit Badge counselors, specialists, or guest speakers who assist them. Many merit badges include requirements that take place in the out of doors. And the opportunity for leadership development and personal growth occurs as the Scouts grow in knowledge and self-confidence, and through requirements that require teaching and leading others. Scouting is not just about the merit badges and advancement, however. These are only a part of the entire Scouting process. Merit badges are integral to the Boy Scout Advancement Program. We're famous for merit badges. The processes and lessons work together not only to build practical knowledge and skills, but also to develop the whole person. Merit badges may be earned by any registered Boy Scout or Varsity Scout at any time and at any rank. There are no age or rank prerequisites. Venturers and Sea Scouts that attain the rank of first class while members of a troop or team and are not yet 18 years old may also earn them. Merit badges are required for the ranks of Star, Life, and Eagle Scout, in a combination of required and elective badges. There are over 130 merit badges available to the Scout. 13 required merit badges plus any other 8 for a total of 21 must be earned for the Eagle Scout Award. The Merit Badge program is designed to contribute to the aims of Scouting, to develop self-reliance and social skills. It may introduce the Scout to a career or hobby choices and provides a positive role model. You. To qualify as a Merit Badge Counselor, you must have the education and skills needed to provide instruction and to evaluate performance. You must be at least 18 years old and be able to set a positive example. This calls for having a good rapport with Scout-age youth and having a good character. In addition to these general requirements for a Merit Badge Counselor, 12 merit badges require additional qualifications or certifications. These merit badges have activities that are considered riskier than others. For example, most of the requirements for the shooting sports merit badges require BSA National Camp School or National Rifle Association certifications. These are the merit badges that require additional certifications or qualifications. To make sure you are qualified, check the Council website to see what is specifically required for the merit badges you are teaching. If the Merit Badge Counselor does not meet the specific qualifications listed, then they may use the services of others who do meet them. Any activities that take place within the Merit Badge program must be conducted in accordance with the Guide to Safe Scouting, which is available online from our website. To register as a Merit Badge Counselor, you must submit an adult application for registration to our local council. When filling out the application, use position code 42. Even if you are already registered in another position, such as a member of committee or scoutmaster, you must complete a new registration form in order to be a Merit Badge Counselor. This is a national policy, and there are no exceptions. There is no cost to register as a Merit Badge Counselor. A Merit Badge Counselor is a district or council position, not a unit position. As such, counselors must be approved by the District or Council Advancement Committee. Even if you are only working with one unit, the district or council must give the approval. You do not need to re-register each year to continue being a Merit Badge Counselor. You will be contacted each year to confirm your desire to continue being a counselor, that your contact information is correct, and to make sure you are still qualified. The first form that is submitted is the standard BSA adult application form that we have already addressed. The other form is the Merit Badge Counselor information sheet that lists each badge the counselor wishes to work with. This is the form upon which the council bases its approval of a counselor. The Merit Badge Counselor information sheet is where counselors have an opportunity to describe their skills and education relating to each badge they wish to counsel. The description could include college degrees, formal training, various certifications, jobs held, specific life experiences, and so forth. The subject of the badge should be your vocation, avocation, or something that you're passionate about. This same form is used if a counselor wishes to add or remove merit badges when it comes time to re-register. As part of the registration process and before working with Scouts, counselors must complete youth protection training. The online course is available by logging on to myscouting.org. For face-to-face training, contact the local council for training dates and times. You must renew this training every 2 years. After completing the course, volunteers should attach a copy of their certification to their adult registration application and information sheet before submitting their documents to the council office. After submitting your documents to the council, the approval process begins. There is a background check, your youth protection, and any additional required certifications are verified. For each merit badge, your qualifications to teach that badge are checked. You may be contacted to provide additional information. If you are approved as a counselor, you will receive a letter from the council office stating that you have been approved and for which merit badges. The approval process is for a specific merit badge only. If you wish to teach additional merit badges, you must be approved for each one by this same process. The National Council places no limits on the number of merit badges for which one may be approved. It is permissible for councils to limit the number of badges each counselor may teach. Our council has set the limit of 7 for each counselor. Additionally, a Scout may only earn 5 merit badges from any one counselor. Scouts benefit from the perspective of many teachers and will learn more as a result. Let's look at the merit badge process itself. Before a Scout contacts you, he must first have discussed the badge with his unit leader. This step allows the leader to provide counseling on what the young man face in challenging the badge. Following the discussion, the unit leader signs and gives the Scout his merit badge application, commonly known as the blue card. A merit badge counselor is to be recommended at that point, but it is not required that the Scout use that particular counselor. When a Scout contacts you to set up an appointment, remind him to bring his signed blue card and a buddy with him. During the initial meeting, you should welcome the Scout and his buddy. Take a look at the blue card to make sure it has been signed by the unit leader. Once this is done, time to get started. Scouts may come with evidence of completed work like reports or photographs of things they have built. They may have a note from their unit leader showing the dates and locations of camping trips taken with the troop. Some may even present you with a blue card bearing initials from a previous counselor and a list of requirements completed. This is known as a partial. The right questions will help you gauge what they know and have accomplished thus far and point to an action plan for finishing the badge. If no prior work is provided, you and the Scout should agree on a reasonable time frame for working on the merit badge. Let him know what your expectations are and how you will evaluate his progress. Encourage the Scout to ask for help if he needs it. The Scout should leave each session knowing what tasks he must complete according to his action plan. Remind him to pay attention to words like show, demonstrate, or write, as these are important things he must do in order to get the merit badge. Your satisfaction that all the requirements have been fulfilled, no more, no less, is the key. Once you're satisfied the scout has completed all of the requirements, having tested him along the way, your final step is signing his blue card. Congratulate him for a job well done, and at this point, your role in the counseling process is finished. The scout gives the signed blue card to his unit leader for a final signature. He signs it and gives the scout his copy to keep, and gives the troop copy to the volunteer in charge of recording advancement, purchasing the emblem, and providing it to the unit leader for presentation to the scout. The merit badge process is complete when the scout receives the merit badge. Let's take a look at the application for merit badge, again commonly called the blue card. The unit leader's signature is required on the application before the scout begins working with the merit badge counselor. This does not mean the young man must wait for the signature to begin working on the merit badge itself. For example, past campouts count for the camping merit badge, and coins and stamps already collected count for those badges. The unit leader's signature does not necessarily indicate approval. It merely shows that the scout and the unit leader have had a discussion about the badge and that the unit leader has recommended at least one registered merit badge counselor. If a scout shows up without a signature on his blue card, ask him where he got it. If he indicates the unit leader knew of his desire to begin working on the badge, but forgot to sign, you may proceed with the initial session and ask him to get his unit leader's signature prior to the next meeting. The scout's information, of course, should be completely filled in. The space provided in the middle portion is for listing requirements completed with the date of completion and the counselor's initials. This information is most important when one counselor is not going to be able to approve all of the requirements for a particular badge. This often happens in camp settings where another counselor back home will approve the requirements that could not be fulfilled at camp. The blue card in this case is called a partial. Partials have no expiration except the scout's 18th birthday. The reverse side of the blue card is used once all of the requirements are completed. Do not sign the card until all of the requirements are finished. There are 3 sections to a blue card. You sign the card in 2 places. On the left third, which the scout gives to the unit, and on the center section, which the scout keeps for his records. The right third of the card is for your records and should be kept for at least 1 year. In your role as a counselor, you have several duties that hopefully will lead to approving a merit badge. After reviewing the signed blue card with the buddy present, begin a discussion with the scout to determine if he is prepared to start the merit badge. Find out how much knowledge he already has in the subject and his level of interest in the subject. In subsequent meetings, you should evaluate the scout's progress and review his completed work. In doing this, you'll be playing the role of both a coach and a mentor. As a coach, you gauge the scout's readiness level and think about what will be needed to help him complete the badge. You may need to spend more time working on skills with younger scouts and allowing them time to practice with their buddies. Comments like, "You're doing a good job," give scouts the confidence they need to complete the required work. You should encourage scouts to set goals and monitor their progress, providing friendly reminders with the understanding that the ultimate responsibility to get things done rests with the scout. Finally, help the scout to evaluate their progress and encourage them to ask for help if needed. Merit badge counselors don't always have the chance to serve as mentors. Mentors take more than a passing interest in a scout's projects, and they share experiences that spark curiosity. The scout whom you mentor may get more serious about the subject matter and may want to gain a deeper understanding. This is fine as long as you understand nothing can be added to the requirements. Helping scouts set longer-term goals to accomplish not only the required work, but additional studies as desired is a big part of mentoring. Goal setting, of course, helps them prioritize the merit badge tasks that call for more preparation and planning, but more importantly, the ability to set and attain challenging objectives that could change his life. As a counselor, you need to have the current requirements for each merit badge you are teaching. These current requirements are available from the Current Merit Badge pamphlet or from the national site at scouting.org. You need to remember that the requirements are not flexible. No one has the authority to add or subtract from the advancement requirements. The advancement concept, no more, no less, is the official BSA policy for advancement. All merit badge counselors are expected to take this very seriously and to apply it in every setting where merit badges are earned, whether at camp, at a merit badge fair or college, or in your living room. Scouts are required to actually and personally complete all merit badge requirements as they are written. No exceptions. If, for example, a requirement uses words like show, demonstrate, or discuss, then every scout must do just that. Counselors may expand on the material by sharing their experiences, skills, and knowledge. However, they must not add to the current published requirements. Your duty is to help scouts meet the requirements and certify when they've been completed. Please understand that scouts coming away from merit badge experiences with merit badges they did not actually earn is the biggest complaint that Scoutmasters and other leaders voice to the National Advancement Team in Irving, Texas. It is your duty as a merit badge counselor to see that your scouts get the whole meal deal. If you see situations where the policy on unauthorized changes is not being properly administered or the work is not being completed by the scout, please report these to your council advancement committee. From time to time, it may be appropriate for a scout to apply what was done to meet one requirement towards the completion of another. In deciding whether to allow this, merit badge counselors should take a case-by-case approach. When two requirements match up exactly, it is appropriate and permissible, unless stated otherwise in the requirements, to use those matching activities to meet both requirements. Where matching requirements are oriented toward safety, such as those related to first aid or CPR, you should be satisfied the scout remembers what he learned from the previous experience. Some requirements may have the appearance of aligning, but are really only similar. The communication and citizenship in the community merit badges are a good example. Each requires the scout to attend a public meeting, but that's where the similarity ends. For communication, the scout is asked to practice active listening skills during the meeting and present an objective report that includes all points of view. For citizenship, he is asked to examine differences in opinions and then to defend one side. The scout may attend the same public meeting, but to pass the requirements for both merit badges, he must actively listen and prepare a report for the first badge, and also examine the differences in opinion and defend one side for the other badge. When working with scouts with special needs, the merit badge must be totally earned with all the requirements being completed. Individual requirements for merit badges may not be modified or substituted under any circumstance for any scout. Youth with disabilities, however, who want to advance beyond first class may be approved for alternate merit badges to those required for Eagle. This is allowed on the basis of one entire badge for another. To qualify, a scout must have a permanent physical or mental disability, or a disability expected to last more than 2 years, or beyond the age of eligibility. In addition, there is a process that must be followed that approves the substitute merit badges. A scout must have a buddy with him at each meeting with you, preferably a fellow scout or someone else known to him. As a merit badge counselor, you must avoid being alone with a scout, even for just a moment. You must follow the BSA Youth Protection Training, which prohibits one-on-one contact with youth. Youth protection is a critical issue that I know you will all take seriously. Let's talk about a few counseling techniques that may make the experience better for both of you. For a scout to get the greatest benefit from the counseling session, he must feel welcome and relaxed. A friendly greeting and a few simple questions such as, "What got you interested in the Astronomy Merit Badge?" will go a long way. Another way to put the scout at ease is to show him something related to the Merit Badge subject. For example, you might show him your coin collection, but it's best not to overwhelm him. Remember, part of your role is to help the scout be responsible for their own full participation in the process. One way to accomplish this is to carefully review all of the requirements together. Be sure to emphasize those key action words like demonstrate, make a list, or collect, identify, and label. Working together and developing an understanding from the very beginning that there are no shortcuts to earning the badge may help the scout take the initiative and become fully engaged. Lastly, keep in mind that the Merit Badge experience should be gratifying to both you and the scouts. Remember, this is scouting, and it's supposed to be fun. The EDGE method, a standard approach in scouting, provides a learning experience that has the potential to increase retention. EDGE stands for Explain, Demonstrate, Guide, and Enable. Explaining is important because it clarifies the subject for the learner and for the instructor. Demonstrating is important because it allows learners to see as well as hear how something is done. They can follow the process from beginning to end. Guiding is important because it allows learning by doing. It allows the instructor to see how well the learners are grasping the skill. And enabling is important because it allows learners to use the skills themselves. It also encourages repetition, an important part of mastering a skill. The greatest benefits to group instruction probably stems from the ability to bring in subject matter experts and to have the scouts work together to discuss concepts and learn skills. Getting several scouts together for merit badges also tends to encourage the use of slideshows and other approaches that might not seem feasible with just a counselor, a scout, and his buddy. The biggest challenge to group instruction is monitoring each scout's progress to assure that every scout actually and personally fulfills every requirement. If this challenge cannot be met, then group instruction must be abandoned. Awarding badges to scouts on the basis of sitting in a classroom watching demonstrations or remaining silent during discussions is totally and completely unacceptable. In any group setting, be it a camp, a merit badge college, or other type of function, it is important that only merit badge counselors who are known to be registered and approved are allowed to participate, and they agree to sign off only those requirements each scout has actually and personally completed. Counselors should agree on a way to verify that prerequisites for certain merit badges have been completed prior to the scouts attending the session. It must not be assumed that the prerequisites have been completed without evidence of some sort that the work has been done. Finally, concerns about summer camp or other group instructional merit badge programs should be reported to your council advancement committee. Worksheets and other materials that may be of assistance in earning the merit badges are available from a variety of sources, including the Internet and troop libraries. Use of these aids is permissible so long as they can be correlated with the current requirements. Completed worksheets may suffice where the requirements call for something in writing, but they do not work as substitutes where scouts must discuss, tell, show, or demonstrate something. The National Advancement Team recognizes the value of such tools and permits their use so long as merit badge counselors and unit leaders understand this is not official material and that use of tools must not serve to alter merit badge requirements or provide unauthorized shortcuts. Scouts are still expected to complete all of the official requirements as written. It is important to note that regardless of the value of these worksheets or other learning aids, scouts must not be required to use them. We've touched on partials several times, and by now you should have a good understanding that they may often be the appropriate outcome from a summer camp or merit badge experience. As you issue partials, there are a few fine points to keep in mind. Use the table on the front of the second panel of the blue card to list and initial each requirement as the scout completes it. Don't rely on your memory. Do not sign the counselor's signature lines on the card until all requirements are fulfilled. Partially completed merit badges don't expire. The scout has until his 18th birthday to complete the requirements. In the case of a partial completion, the original counselor does not sign the blue card or retain the counselor's portion of the card. Any subsequent counselors will need to work with it. Future counselors may choose not to accept partial work, but this should be rare, and if a scout believes he is being treated unfairly in this, he may work with his scoutmaster to find another counselor. Let's wrap this up by reviewing the material and, at the same time, putting to rest several myths about merit badges. At what age or rank may a Boy Scout work on merit badges? The answer is there are no limits on age or rank, if registered as a scout. What is the maximum number of merit badges a scout may work on at the same time? The answer: there is no limit. It's up to the scout. Is a scout allowed to begin work on a merit badge without his unit leader's approval? Approval is no longer required. A discussion is now held. The blue card, however, must be signed before meeting with the counselor. If a scout has too many unfinished merit badges, may the scoutmaster limit how many others he may begin? Answer: during the discussion of a new merit badge, the scoutmaster should provide counseling on what to do. However, it is up to the scout. Is it appropriate to tell a scout he must earn all or most of the Eagle required badges before he earns any other? Again, the scoutmaster can only suggest this. It is up to the scout. Is the scoutmaster permitted to serve as a troop merit badge counselor for some merit badges like camping or hiking? Answer: this is permitted only if the unit leader is registered and approved as a counselor. What is the maximum number of badges a youth may earn from one counselor? Answer: there is no BSA limit. A unit leader may set a limit, but it must apply to all scouts in the unit. In our council, the limit is set at 5. How many badges may one counselor be approved to counsel? Answer: National places no limit on this. Our council limits you to 7 merit badges. May you counsel your own son? Answer: yes, but generally it is better for scouts to learn from a variety of adults. May you counsel in other units, districts, or councils? The answer is yes. You are an approved merit badge counselor. Due to tight schedules, is a camp staff member allowed to make minor adjustments so the requirements can be finished at camp? Answer: absolutely not. No one can make any changes to the requirements. Once you are registered and approved as a counselor, at what point must you re-register and become reapproved? The answer: annually. When does a partial expire? Answer: when the youth is no longer eligible to be registered as a Boy Scout. As a merit badge counselor, your job is to share with the scouts the passion you have towards these merit badges. You are there to teach them the skills, knowledge, and materials required for the merit badge. And finally, you are there to touch their lives in a positive way. For additional information, contact your district advancement chair. Thank you for taking the time not only to be of service to the youth of our community, but to get trained. So that your records can be updated, please contact your district advancement chair District Training Chair, or the Scout Office and report completion of the Merit Badge Counselor training. Thank you for completing this video training.